What's up guys, Helmsdrums here. So real quickly, I just wanted to make a video that has 5 tips for beginner drummers. Now, these tips can be used by any drummer, from beginner to intermediate to a pro drummer, honestly. I mean, I still use these tips, and I've been playing for almost 6 years. So let's get started. First tip, learn how to set up and tune a drum set. So before you start developing your skills and technique, first learn how to set up and tune a drum set. So why is this important, to set up a drum set correctly? You want to be able to access your drums as easy as possible. Here's an example. In 2009, this was my setup. Drums are all crooked, they're far apart from each other. It just doesn't make sense as a drummer to have your drums like that. And when you compare that to a recent picture, the recent picture just looks a lot better. The drums are closer, they're more accessible, and they're easier to play. Now you'll obviously learn how to set up a drum set as you, the more you play drums, but just as a rule of thumb, just set up your drums where they're the most accessible to you, and this will help you in your playing. Now, tuning a kit. Tuning is obviously very subjective. There's different styles and ways of tuning, but I would recommend just going on YouTube, finding a ton of videos on tuning, and just combining that knowledge and to apply to tuning your drums. And I didn't do this until like last year, because I was just ignorant when it came to tuning drums, because I just didn't care. But you want your drums to sound good, and especially when you play at like a gig or a live environment where you need them to sound good and not just your home. So go on YouTube, search tuning videos, and see what happens. Alright, so the second tip, holding a stick. Alright, so when it comes to holding a stick, you want to hold the stick where you're going to have the most rebound, like that. When you hold the stick too low, none. Or barely any. I used to hold the stick like this. You don't get like any rebound. Same when you're up too high like this, it's just awkward. But when you hold the stick about right here, yeah, that's where you want it. It took me a long time to transfer from this to this, but trust me, it's worth it. You get more rebound, it's easier but you're faster around the kit. So I would recommend starting off drums holding the stick around this, give or take a little, or about right there. That's where you want it. Third tip, playing with a metronome. So I know a lot of beginner drummers hate metronomes for some reason, as I did, but metronomes will really develop your skills as a drummer. I mean, all you need is to download a metronome app. For example, the app I have is Metronome. It's free. I mean, a practical way to use a metronome, just set it at a BPM. I have it at 100 BPM.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
That's all you have to do. Rather than just playing without some sort of timing, a metronome will help you with your timing. No one likes a drummer that can't play to a metronome or keep time. That's our job, is to keep time and allow the band to play freely, because they know we're playing the right stuff. So definitely get some type of metronome, you know, buy a metronome machine or get an app and just practice with the metronome. Alright, so the fourth tip, rudiments. Rudiments are very important to drumming. I was kind of ignorant of rudiments when I first started. I thought rudiments were only for band people, like snare, drumline, I mean. But they're not. They're for drum set too. and they will really develop your skills as a drummer if you practice them. For instance, I started Rudiments like last fall in 2013, and I've already seen my skills develop a ton. And I've been playing for almost 6 years. What I would recommend is an app. It's the VicVerth app. It's free and it has all the rudiments on it. And what you can do with this app is practice all your rudiments, doubles, paradiddles, all that good stuff, and it will help you a ton in developing your skills. So the last tip I have for you guys is play with musicians that are better than you. I don't care whether it's a bass player, a guitar player, another drummer. Just get yourself involved around musicians that are better than you. They will definitely help you in your skills as a drummer. An example, I started playing at a church at college this past fall. Before that, I wasn't really good at playing with the bass player, but after playing there with the bass players who have been playing for like more than 20 years, they kind of taught me the fundamentals of playing with the bass player, you know, locking in really tight that kick drum and bass. And you know, same goes with the guitar players, just knowing the dynamics of when to go, when to play hard, when to play soft and stuff like that. And that will really help you. So I hope these tips have been helpful. Make sure to comment and let me know what you think, or if you have any questions, if I didn't say something that I needed to. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more videos.